never give in, you're gonna win, gonna rise again. No matter what they say, no matter what they do.
What comes to mind when you hear the word tuk-tuk in Thailand? A traditional three-wheeled ride, buzzing through the busy streets of Bangkok. Exactly, but this time, those very tuk-tuks turned into something far more. Magical moving billboards of celebration for none other than Jungkook of BTS. Before we dive into today's unbelievable news, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates about our beloved star. What you're about to hear is not an ordinary story, it's something unique. That morning, Bangkok's streets looked ordinary at first glance, bustling, noisy, full of color. Yet, there was something extraordinary in the air. Instead of the usual neon stickers and playful lights decorating the tuk-tuks, there were giant posters of Jungkook, banners with words like, "Happy Our Pride Jungkook Day," proudly hung at the back of vehicles. Suddenly, the humble tuk-tuk wasn't just a ride, it was a celebration on wheels. Imagine the surprise of tourists and locals alike when the drivers themselves pointed at the posters, smiling, and shouted, "Today, Jungkook Day? Isn't it rare? Isn't it moving?" How often do you see hard-working drivers whose daily goal is simply to earn enough for their families, pausing their routine to honor the birthday of a global superstar? But here's the burning question. Who started this? Was it the fans who collaborated with the drivers to spread joy across Bangkok's streets? Or was it the drivers themselves, who secretly adored Jungkook and wanted to join in the celebration? The mystery makes it all even more exciting. Sources say Jungkook's popularity in Thailand is beyond massive. It's not just the youth, it's everyone, even tuk-tuk drivers, who might not spend their days scrolling on social media, feel the wave of love surrounding Jungkook. Why? Is it his talent, his humility, or that rare aura that makes people believe he belongs to them, no matter who they are? And let's pause here for a second. Can you picture Jungkook's reaction if he saw this? Would he giggle shyly, bow his head, and whisper "thank you, I love you" as he always does? Or would his eyes glisten with tears, realizing just how far his love and art have traveled? It's fascinating, isn't it, that even on the crowded streets of Bangkok, in the humblest corners, the echo of Jungkook's name could be seen, heard, and felt. The contrast is striking. Massive LED screens in shiny malls versus tuk-tuks in everyday traffic, yet both carry the same message: "Happy birthday, Jungkook." Fans who witnessed this moment firsthand didn't hesitate to record it. Videos of tuk-tuks decorated with Jungkook's face spread like wildfire on social media. Within minutes, ARMEs across the globe were crying, laughing, cheering, and commenting things like, "Only in Thailand," and "Bangkok never disappoints when it comes to Jungkook." But the deeper question remains, what does this mean for Jungkook's legacy? When even tuk-tuk drivers, a symbol of local life and struggle, take part in his celebration, doesn't it prove that Jungkook has transcended celebrity status and become a cultural bridge? ARMEs now wonder, will this become a yearly tradition? Will the streets of Bangkok turn into a moving festival of tuk-tuks every September, celebrating Jungkook's birthday in their own unique way? If so, we may be witnessing the birth of one of the most unusual yet heartfelt traditions in K-pop history. Because let's face it, love for Jungkook isn't limited by age, background, or language. It's not confined to glowing billboards or big concert stages. It lives in the laughter of tuk-tuk drivers, the excitement of passengers, and the quiet pride of a city willing to celebrate someone who has never stopped giving his all. On a normal day, Bangkok's streets are already alive, cars honking, tuk-tuks whirring, people bustling around markets, and neon signs flashing in every direction. But on this particular day, something magical shifted in the air. The ordinary green tuk-tuks, vehicles often seen as symbols of the city's soul, were no longer just a way to get from one point to another. They became rolling birthday cards, each carrying Jungkook's face, his smile, his aura, and his presence. Some posters were simple, showing him with soft expressions, while others were bold and stylish, with captions declaring, "Happy Our Pride Jungkook Day." Why would tuk-tuk drivers, ordinary men who spend long hours working in the heat, decide to celebrate the birthday of a young man from Busan, South Korea? Was this simply the influence of ARMY? Or was there something about Jungkook, something unspoken that touched them on a deeper level. A celebration not born in luxury, but in the streets. We're used to seeing extravagant birthday projects for BTS members, LED billboards in Times Square, massive ad campaigns in Seoul's busiest subways, or spectacular drone shows lighting up the sky. But what happened in Bangkok was different. It wasn't about grandeur. It wasn't about money. It wasn't even about making headlines. It was about love made visible in the simplest of ways. A tuk-tuk driver might not afford a billboard in a shopping mall, but he can put a poster on the back of his vehicle. He can proudly say, "This is my way of celebrating you, Jungkook." And isn't that what makes it so powerful? The celebration wasn't limited to the wealthy, the influencers, or the organizers of fan projects. It was born from the everyday workers, the heartbeat of the city, tuk-tuk drivers, whose daily lives revolve around transporting passengers, became unexpected ambassadors of joy. How did it begin? The mystery that ARMY can't stop asking. The biggest question that flooded social media was simple: who started this? Was it a coordinated project by Thai armies who reached out to tuk-tuk drivers, offering to decorate their vehicles in honor of Jungkook? Or did the drivers themselves, many of whom have witnessed the power of BTS's music echoing through their country, decide to join involuntarily? Some fans theorized that local armies must have distributed posters, collaborating with drivers to make the celebration come alive. But others pointed out something intriguing. Many of these drivers looked genuinely excited and proud, as if they personally wanted to be part of it. Could it be that some of them had passengers who played Jungkook's songs on repeat? Could it be that, over the years, even without realizing it, they became familiar with his face, his voice, his charm? Could it be that Jungkook had unknowingly become part of their lives too? Tourist shock. Riding through Jungkook Day. Imagine you're a tourist, visiting Bangkok for the first time. You hop into a tuk-tuk expecting a fun ride, but then you notice the back of the vehicle is covered with a giant picture of Jungkook. The driver turns to you with a wide smile and says in broken English, "Today, Jungkook Day." How would you feel? Amused, surprised, or completely swept away by the warmth of it? Several tourists shared their experiences online, saying they felt like they had stumbled into a festival they didn't even know existed. They captured photos, recorded videos, and within hours, these clips went viral. ARMYs around the globe were stunned, some even crying as they watched tuk-tuks proudly ride through the streets like birthday floats. The tuk-tuk is more than just transportation in Thailand. It's a cultural symbol. It represents tradition, resilience, and everyday life. So when Jungkook's birthday found its way onto TikToks, it wasn't just decoration, it was symbolic. It was as if the city itself was saying, "You are part of us, Jungkook." What could be more meaningful than being celebrated, not only in glittering billboards and international headlines, but also in the humble rides that carry the people of the city every day? It showed that Jungkook isn't only for the elite or the entertainment industry, he belongs to the people. How would Jungkook react? This question became the favorite among ARMYs online. If Jungkook saw this, what would he do? Would he laugh shyly, his hand covering his mouth, eyes sparkling with disbelief? Would he bow his head and whisper softly, "Thank you, I don't deserve this"? Or would his emotions overcome him, and tears would form as he realized that even strangers across the world, tuk-tuk drivers in Thailand, took part in honoring him? The thought alone is enough to make armies emotional, because one thing is certain: Jungkook has always been deeply touched by gestures of love, no matter how big or small, and perhaps, in his heart, he would find this gesture even more moving than the grand LED billboards in New York City. This event sparked conversations about Jungkook's legacy. What does it mean when your birthday isn't just celebrated by fans, but also by ordinary citizens in another country? It means your impact is no longer just about music or performance. It means you've become part of the collective consciousness of people worldwide. Jungkook is no longer just a singer from South Korea, he is a cultural bridge, a symbol of unity, and a source of joy for people everywhere. Armies, questions, and speculations. Social media exploded with questions. Will this happen again next year? Could Bangkok become a new hotspot for Jungkook birthday traditions? Was this purely fan-driven, or did drivers themselves truly admire him?